Battle through the firmament. Great world. Chapter 511. The wind and clouds changed. The quiet days passed by quietly. When Shaoyan opened his eyes once again, nearly 10 days had passed. Finally, the flame spirit source has been completely refined into my body. Shaoyan looked at the flame spirit source in front of him, trembling like a candle in the cold wind that could vanish at any moment. He gently inhaled a breath of air. The hard work he had put in during this period had finally paid off. Next, I will turn all of this energy into Origin Key. After muttering to himself, Shaoyan lazily stretched his somewhat weak limbs. The sound of bones cracking echoed, even clearer than the surging magma. His body shook, and his clothes, which had almost turned to ashes, fell away. His skin was boiling hot, as if on fire. The pores all over his body gradually shrank. Without any hesitation, Shaoyan formed another hand seal with 10 fingers and re-entered his cultivation state. While Shaoyan was immersed in his cultivation, the wind and clouds in the outside world were suddenly stirred. News that the capital army used an evil technique to kill the Spirit King. All the Spirit Kings are filled with grief and indignation. This is an act of provocation against the chaotic crowd. We all swear that we will kill Shaoyan. We will use the soul of the Spirit King to reforge the reputation of the chaotic crowd. A few days later, a clamor suddenly erupted from the chaotic crowd of dragons. The leader of the group, Shen Kanglong, was gnashing his teeth in anger. The words that came out of his mouth spread like a hurricane, instantly sweeping across the entire capital of chaos. The Blood Barbarian tribe is willing to follow the Azure Dragon army to capture and kill Shaoyan. Extreme Star Group is willing to follow the Azure Dragon army to capture and kill Shaoyan. The Heaven Charming tribe is willing to follow the Azure Dragon tribe to capture and kill Shaoyan. Before the crowd could recover from their shock, the top 10 disciples of the chaotic sects instantly caused a storm to brew in the capital of chaos. Almost all major powers turned their attention to one of the main characters of this matter, Yunlo Academy. Shaoyan's name had been imprinted in the deepest part of their memories ever since Yunlo Academy invited all major powers to witness the prophecy of the heavens. Although they had never seen his face, this name, however, they still had a deep impression of it. These powerful sect members of the chaotic 100 sects had actually provoked Yunlo Academy at this time. While feeling puzzled, they were even more excited. After all, this was the capital of chaos. It had been a long time since they had seen such a large-scale battle. The Spirit King was killed by Shaoyan. No wonder he is the #1 expert of the 4 academies competition. However, using this as an excuse to declare war on Yunlo Academy is truly unbelievable. In the sub-alliance of the Mercenary Alliance in the capital of chaos, all the elders of different halls were gathered together, discussing amongst themselves. A battle of this scale was simply too crazy. With Yunlo Academy's resources, even if these disciples joined forces, they wouldn't be able to gain the upper hand. Let's not talk about that mysterious great elder of Yunlo Academy. Just Chibai and old Mu aren't something these people can handle. A fat and bald old man tore off the chicken in his hand in a few moves. He stroked his shiny beard and said disapprovingly, "It's hard to say. This time, other than the Spirit Kings and the top 3, the remaining 6 disciples from the top 10 sects in the chaos are united against a common enemy. With the combined strength of 6 Emperor Cultivation Warriors and the countless Monarch Emperor Warriors in the sect, they are still a threat to Yunlo Academy." An old man in a grey robe glanced at the former and said in a deep voice. It was Zhu Jun, who had intercepted Shaoyan earlier. He had lost the Realm Traversal Jade. Although he reported it to Li Xianfeng, the latter had yet to make a move. Therefore, he could only wait anxiously. These 6 men are really brave. Yunlo Academy has just won the 4 academies competition, and they're both in the limelight. I think the reward given by the heavens must be innumerable as well. These 6 men are throwing eggs at a stone for the sake of a Spirit King and some bullshitty reputation. They don't know what death is. Another young man in white suddenly stood up. He put away the folding fan in his hand and said with a disdainful smile. His name was Zhu Yan, and he was the grandson of the Supreme Elder of the Mercenary Alliance, Zhu Wanyan. Zhu Wanyan's status was even higher than Li Xianfeng's, and with Zhu Yan's strength, he was full of pride. Elder Zhu is right. These guys are always scheming against each other. They are old and cunning. I really don't believe that they will join forces to declare war on Yunlo Academy for the sake of a Spirit King. This is simply courting death. Qi also stood up abruptly and spoke in a low voice. What if it's because of Black Nether Emperor? Zhu Yan sneered and looked at Qi with disdain. He was very interested in the fact that the latter had lost the Realm Traversal Jade. Even with his status, he had never seen such an important thing before. These two trash had actually just witnessed the Realm Traversal Jade being taken away by Shaoyan. Black Nether Emperor, even if he is a monarch cultivation, can he make these 6 smart guys willingly sacrifice their lives for him? Zhu Jun could clearly hear the contempt in Zhu Yan's words, so he immediately responded. Work for him? Not really, but I have heard from my grandfather that the 3 sovereigns of the capital of chaos are not simple. Furthermore, Black Nether Emperor has been chasing after them with great fanfare these days. Shaoyan, everyone, don't forget that a few days ago, the people of Dark Underworld exchanged a large sum of money for a seriously injured low-grade holy beast. Zhu Yan suddenly opened the folding fan in his hand, and a bright light flashed in his eyes. We naturally know about this matter. That low-grade holy beast was captured by the South Star region's branch elders. Its strength has been greatly reduced, and even if it's a grade 7 medicine pill, it won't be able to recover in a short period of time. No matter how powerful the Dark World's people are, can they still provide a pile of grade 7 medicine pills? Qi followed Zhu Yan's words and said urgently, what's the point of talking nonsense here? Everything will come to an end. It's the right decision to come to this capital of chaos. It's getting more and more interesting. Zhu Yan coldly humphed. Then, he looked toward the entrance of the main hall. His eyes were sharp. When the news from the capital of chaos spread out, Elder Shao received it immediately. At this moment, in the formation space under Heaven Pillar Peak, Su Jiang's face was ashen. He smashed the stone pillar beside him with his fist, causing all the elders to tremble. What a ridiculous excuse. The death of a single Spirit King. Can it make all these old men unite? There must be something wrong with this. Elder Wu took a deep breath and said in a deep voice. He had heard about Shaoyan killing a Spirit King a long time ago and was extremely excited in his heart. When he heard this news today, the first thing that popped into his mind was its absurdity. This isn't just absurd. All of these old men wished that they could just let it go. The other side is dead. The Spirit King is dead. They should be glad that it's too late. How could they join hands? The vice president of the Elixir Association, Elder Yi, also laughed coldly. No matter what these old foxes are planning, they have already made up their minds to attack Yunlo Academy. It's impossible for us to hand over Shaoyan, but Elder Qi is in seclusion, and the Great Elder has left the academy. Now, the odds are against us. An elder who held a high position in the punishment department spoke in a deep voice, his tone filled with worry. If they dare to come here, this will be their burial ground. The capital of chaos is in chaos. This time, we will make it change the sky. Su Jiang coldly humphed. His killing intent was stern, and his expression was somewhat ferocious. Elder Su is right. We will kill one of them if they come. If 2 come, we will kill 2. Although the Great Elder and Elder Qi can't attack, we still have many trump cards. They're just a few Emperor cultivation warriors. I would like to see what kind of storm they can create. Elder Shao's calm expression had also changed, and he roared furiously with an ashen face. Let's go. Within the Dark World, Black Nether Emperor stood in the main hall. His cold and emotionless eyes stared outside the hall as if he had seen through everything. Suddenly, he muttered to himself. Boom! In the endless sea of trees thousands of miles away, the 6 gangs, already prepared, were led by a few individuals at the front. All of them soared into the sky together. The origin key wings on their backs flapped. Nearly 100 people had actually reached the Monarch Emperor level and above. Hundreds of human figures rushed toward Yunlo Academy like the wind chasing the moon. They broke through the clouds and streaked across the sky. Their killing intent shook the heavens and the earth. Chapter end. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.